I'm just going to go over this really quick. Um, Ezekiel 20. I just wanted to do a screen recording of it so that you can see with your own eyes what mine says. That the New Testament, Abba made it as a curse. He made it as a curse so he can destroy you. So stop playing with him. Stop playing with Abba. I keep telling y'all he about that life. He'll set your ass up. He wouldn't do that. Yes, he would. Let's start at 18. I'm going to try to do this without my glasses because I'm going to make this quick anyway. I got a minute in my mouth. I'm going to take it out for a little bit. Stay right there for a moment, just for a minute. Okay. I said to the children in the wilderness, do not follow the practices of your fathers, and do not observe their laws, and do not defile yourselves with their idols. I am the Most High Yah, your God. Follow my decrees and observe my laws and fulfill them. Fulfill them. Sanctify my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you, for you to know that I am the Most High Yah, your God. But the children rebelled against me. They did not follow my decrees. Ooh, y'all didn't follow Dad's decrees. He told you to do that. Y'all didn't follow my decrees and did not observe my laws to fulfill them. We're supposed to do what? Fulfill the law. Through which, if a man fulfills the law, them, he will live through them. If you feel the law, you will live. You will live. You will live. You will live. Boing, boing, boing. Okay, and then they desecrated my Sabbaths. How are you desecrating the Sabbath? By doing blood sacrifices and calling on other deities on Abba's day. You're not supposed to be doing that. So I spoke to myself to pour out my wrath upon them, to spend my anger on them in the wilderness. And now this is the Hebrew over there, the same thing. Hebrew. So, pour out my wrath upon them to spend my anger on them in the wilderness. But I restrained my hand. Why? Because Moses begged for him to not to unalive us all. And then Moses ended up not going into into the promised land because y'all was being hard-headed and stiff-necked, and he got pissed off and beat the rock instead of talking to the rock. And then he said, my hand acted for the sake of my hand, and that it not be desecrated in the eyes of the nations before who I had taken them out. He had just taken y'all out of Egypt. And if he had taken everybody out of Egypt and then destroyed everybody, then the Most High would have looked like a horrible God. And therefore speak to the house of Israel, O son of man, and say to them, thus said the Most High Yah. And he's talking to Ezekiel. Thus said the Most High Yah, your fathers blasphemed me further, even with this, when they acted treacherously against me. And I had brought them to the land that I had raised up my hand in oath to give to them. And they saw every high hill and every thick branch tree, and they slaughtered their sacrifices there. And he's never taught us sacrifice. And y'all slaughter sacrifices in the land. And he said, I ain't never taught y'all that shit. And they offer their offerings of provocation there. Provocation. What is provocation? Provoking. You're provoking the Most High Yah. Your offerings are provoking. Provocations. Provoking. You're provoking him. They placed their satisfied fire aromas there and poured out their libations there. Yeah, offering meal offerings and libations of blood. And he never told us to do that. Y'all brought that shit up out of Egypt. Then I said to them, what is the high place in which only you come? Yet it is called a high place until this day. Thus said the Most High Yah, our Elohim. Do you defile yourselves in the manner of your fathers and go astray after the abominations? See, y'all are doing abominations, drinking blood, pouring libations. He said you are provoking me with your meal offers and your sacrifices. Then he said you're still doing these abominations. And by giving your gifts and by passing your children through the fire. We don't do sacrifices of children or animals. You defiled yourself until all the idols to this day. To this day, y'all. And he says, should I relate to your inquiries, O house of Israel? As I live, these are the words of the Most High Yah. I swear that I will not relate to your inquiries. That means your prayers. I ain't going to answer them. As for what enters your minds, it shall not be. As for what you say, we will be like the nations, like the families of the other lands, to worship wood and stone. As I live, these are the words of the Most High Yah, your Elohim. I swear that I will rule over you with a strong hand and with an outstretched arm and with outpouring wrath. I will take you out from the nations and gather you from the lands to which you were scattered with a strong hand and with outstretched arms and with outpouring wrath. And I will bring you to the wilderness of the nations, and I will contend with you there face to face, just as I contended with your forefathers in the wilderness in the land of Egypt. So will I contend with you. These are the words of the Most High Yah. I will make you pass under the rod and bring you into the bond of the covenant. I will separate from among you those who rebel and those who transgress me, and I will take them out of the land of their sojourning. But they will not come to the soil of Israel. Then you will know that I am the Most High Yah. And you, O house of Israel, thus says the Most High Yah, let every man go serve his idols, since you don't listen to me, and do not profane my holy name any longer with your gifts and with your idols. Stop trying to bribe the Most High Yah. And let's go back up here and let me show you that the Most High Yah, hold on, did I skip it? Okay, so let's go back up here because I jumped over it when I was reading right here. But let's go over the main part of this to show you that the New Testament is Abba sent that to curse you. So let's go back up here to 23. And I also raised up my hand in oath against them in the wilderness to scatter them among the nations and to disperse them among the lands. This is why I wear glasses. Because they do not fulfill my laws, they spurned my decrees, desecrated my Sabbaths, and their eyes went after idols of their fathers. So I too gave them decrees. I gave them decrees that were not good, and laws by which they could not live. Now, if you go up here, it says here, if you do not observe my laws to fulfill them, through which if a man fulfills them, he will live. But he turned around and gave you laws that you do not live, by which you could not live. And he says, I profaned them because of their gifts of passing every firstborn before Moloch, so that I might do what? Destroy them. This is the New Testament. These are the new laws that he gave you. The Most High Yah gave you that so he can do what? Destroy you. So that they should know that I am the Most High Yah. Now, if you follow his laws, his statutes, and commandments, you will live. You will live. You will live. It says the same thing in Ezekiel 18. If you follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, you will live. But he said, I gave you some laws right here. This is the New Testament. This is the New Testament. Blasphemy in the land. The New Testament is what? Blasphemy. Y'all pour out your libations there. So then I said to them, what is the high places? Y'all pour out libations. And he says, an oath in the wilderness. Y'all made an oath and you didn't fulfill it. So Mosiah says, since you don't want to do that, I'm going to do what? Give you what? I'm going to give you what? So that laws by which they cannot live. Abba said I can do good and I do evil. He's the one to do good. And he's the one who does evil. So you don't want to do what he say, that's your ass. But let's go down here and see at the bottom, because there was an asterisk about not good. Let's see what it says. Oops, I went down too far. It's supposed to be Ezekiel 20. And it should be over here. 20. Nope, that's 21. Go up to the next one. 20. In punishment, let them be subjugated by bitter and possible degrees of their enemies. You're going to get degrees of your enemies. You're going to get decrees of your enemies. Let's go over here. Like, why did you say that? So it says here, make sure I looked at the right one. In verse 25, were not good. 25, not good. Go over here. It'll tell you at the bottom why they put an asterisk there. You're going to get this in punishment. You're going to get the New Testament in punishment. I let them be subjugated by the bitter, impossible decrees of their enemies. So it's a Greek book. We ain't supposed to be reading that Greek book. And I keep telling you, we're Hebrew Israelites. We're not Greek Israelites. Keep telling y'all this, but y'all don't want to hear it because Jesus Christos told you. Jesus Christos told you he died for his sins. All the sins of the world. He was the perfect sacrifice. We don't do sacrifices around here. We're Israelites. We're set apart people. We don't do like the rest of the world. We do what Abba tells us to do. We're Israelites. He says, not good. So I too gave them decrees. He said, I too gave them decrees that were not good. That means Abba gave you, though, the New Testament. He gave it to you. So what? In punishment. In punishment. To let them be subjugated by the bitter and possible decrees of their enemies. He gave you to them in punishment. He gave you those decrees in punishment. He gave you laws by which you could not be able to live. So keep on. Keep on in the New Testament. It's a punishment. So he can do what? Destroy you. All right? And then I'll do this so you can screenshot this and read it for yourself again. Right there. Right there. There's the Hebrew. There it is. And then I'll go back over to Ezekiel 18 as well and let you do the screenshot that one too, because Ezekiel 18 tells you the same thing. Ezekiel 18 tells you the same thing. He tells you twice in Ezekiel. He tells you twice. I don't know why y'all ain't going in here and reading for yourself. All you got to do is read the book. And it'll tell you how to live, and it'll tell you how to die. That book tell you how to live and tell you how to die. Now it's up to you. Choose. 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 But as for me and my house, I serve y'all only. All praises to the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. Woo.